Okay. Victor, heading into week 3 now, second week of GNAC play. Tell us about, you always talked about week 1 to week 2. What did you learn about your team going from week 1 to week 2?
You learn a lot in week 1 and week 2, no matter what the outcome is. But then, the outcome not being what you want it to be, you learn that I've got some guys in this team that are resilient leaders. I really appreciate just the after conversations of the game, the growth mindset that I'm hearing them talk about, which was good. You learned also that there's some areas that we were undisciplined in that we felt like we should be a lot better in. You also learned a lot just about our league, and just know that this is going to be a pretty fun year in the league. It's going to be a wild year. It's going to be really competitive. So fired up about that. With seeing how we did out of conference and seeing how out of conference opponents are doing against their other opponents. I think we've got a really strong league, and the nation's going to know it. And so with Central and Humboldt and Western Oregon, and even Simon Fraser's playing really hard football, there's just a lot of good football.
Your opponent this week, Central Washington, got a heck of a game from Western Oregon, but came out on top. What have you seen from their film that impresses you, and from an offensive standpoint? Yeah,
maturity-wise, I know Ian's running the offense, and you can see that his plan, what he's trying to do, is coming together. They got the transfer quarterback, Cameron Riley, who I think is running his system well, is comfortable with it. The running back makes one decision and go. I think their offensive line, seeing their development of who they're becoming. You're seeing from last year to this year a team that's better, and so they're growing. And that's I would hope at any program, if you take it, you analyze it, you want to see the continual progress of it all. That's the same thing we use as the standard we use here too. And so we're going to make sure our programs keeps growing, and not just for this year, but for the years to come. So we're excited about what Central Washington brings in as we play them again this weekend.
Obviously, it's important though. You have a home game, and looking to rebound in front of the home crowd. Is the team ready to go and get back to work? As you always say, it's a week-to-week process, one game at a time. Is this team ready to go?
Yeah, you're just trying to go 1-0 this week. Every week's a season. Last week, you learn from it, and you just want to say, how do we go into this season, which is 1 week, and say, let's make the very most of it. Man, I tell you, how great were the fans all. I tell you, this game day atmosphere has become something like no other. You're getting compliments from everybody, from other opposing fans, our fans, first-time comers, say, man, this was an amazing atmosphere. So I'm really proud of the Zoo and just the Zoo Nation about what they've done and how they've created it, the energy out there. It's a blast. So be able to come back at home again this week, I'm fired up. Can't wait to do there. So it gives you a lot of motivation to work really hard, and knowing that this Saturday night is going to be a blast.
Speaking of every week's a season, what do you guys as a coaching staff look for in your team to kind of know, like, okay, my guys are ready to play, we'll be ready to take on the opponent this week?
Yeah, you're looking at a Monday, absorb the corrections. Is that growth mindset there on a Monday? Because win or lose, we would do the same thing today. So we're going back sticking with our process today. And so Monday, make sure, hey, what's the intensity they're lifting with? What's the focus and the maturity about how they watch film, and when they go into the film sessions, are they taking notes? Are they reading? Are they really receiving the information? And they themselves should be should champion the whole growth mindset mentality, because as a competitor, you would want to, one, the chance to play college football, which very few people ever get the chance to do. But two, if you're doing it now, is saying, hey, I want to be the absolute very best I can be. Well, now it's that mindset. The circumstances shouldn't dictate whether or not you have the mindset. The mindset comes before the circumstances. So it's now, I always liken it to, I tell the team all the time, like, listen, you are setting sail off to these deep, uncharted waters, that great adventure on the other side. Now, as the tides keep going back and forth and the winds blow and the sea monsters and pirates show up, are you keeping the course? Because it's going to happen. And this is just a great adventure that happens. And so as we go through the week, I want to see their focus in practice, how they pay attention to detail, how quickly they correct themselves, how they receive the coaching. And then as you go into the game, wrapping up, ready for game week, just seeing, hey, is that fervor there? Is that hunger there? And I think it will be, and I know it will be there. It's just, this is a great group of guys, they just had one setback on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.